My first experience with the Sly Raccoon series actually started with 2 and continued with 3. I was obsessed with these games and I'd replay them over and over. It took me a while to get to the original Sly Raccoon game because, well, I didn't have it. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but I have it now and I'm excited to finally go full circle. And also, I want to play 2 and 3 again, and my OCD prevents me from not starting from the start. Paris, France, 420. We're introduced to Sly as he runs in the shadows with his classic cane. He gets to the police building and boom, title screen. I like that. From the get-go, we get a call from the team's brains, Bentley the Turtle. It seems we're here to break in and steal a certain file from Inspector Camille the Fox. Murray, the muscles and designated driver, also says hello, for good measure. First things first, gotta change the controls. For some reason, the horizontal camera is originally inverted. Interesting choice, but hey, it's 2002. Okay, so this is the tutorial level where we learn the controls and the mechanics, but more on that later. The atmosphere is great. You know, with the music and the credits appearing on screen as I play, I feel like I'm in Ocean 11. We make it to Inspector Fox's office and get into her vault. Jackpot. Signature, then let's get out of here.
Criminal! You foolish raccoon. I've caught you red-handed.
It appears it was some kind of trap, and that these two know each other very well, playing cops and robbers around the world. We escape as Carmelita tries to take us down, but fortunately for us, her aim is terrible. The files Sly stole will help him avenge his family and regain possession of his most valued treasure. Now that we're done with the tutorial, it's time for the lore. Sly comes from a long line of master thieves who kept all their secrets of sneaking and stealing in an ancient book, the Thievius Raccoonus. Sly's family specialized in stealing from criminals. Stealing from ordinary people is no fun. On the night Sly was supposed to inherit the book, visitors came and announced the Fiendish Five overpowered his father and stole the Thievius Raccoonus. They split the book into 5 and left. Sly ended up at the orphanage, where he met his buddies and crew, Bentley and Murray. Together, they swore to track the Fiendish Five, avenge Sly's father, and steal back the Thievius Raccoonus. In the hideout, we get ready for the first mission. We start with Sir Raleigh the Frog. Bored of his life of luxury, he became a pirate and was brought into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist. Apparently, he settled near the Isle of Wrath in the Welsh Triangle. We make it to the rainy island and get to work. The gameplay is classic so far. Get to the end of the level and grab the key to complete it. There are also clue bottles scattered in each level. Get all of them and you get to open that level's vault. I'll get back to it. We can also get rid of enemies by swinging Sly's cane. We sneak around, getting clues, avoiding attention, and defeating thugs. We spot Raleigh's hideout in the distance, a storm machine, the reason why it never stops raining here. To be honest, this level still feels like a tutorial, as we learn to use Sly's abilities better to progress through obstacles. In case we get seen by the searchlight, they turn red and an alarm goes off. We can just destroy the alarm to make it stop, but careful, because getting caught in the red searchlight will hurt. We get the key and get out of here. Basically, every chapter starts with the intro level like the one we just did, then a hub world divided in 2 sections with a few levels each where we can find keys. Step 1, get 3 keys to destroy that power generator and get to the second section of the hub. I check out the hub, but there's not much to do, so I get to work. First, we enter the engine room. Very platformy. We run through the traps and the fire-breathing enemies, making sure to avoid getting fried or sliced. By the way, lasers work the same as the searchlights. Touch a yellow one to trigger the alarm, touch a red one to get burned. Key number 2. In the next level, we infiltrate Raleigh's personal collection. But security is tight here, with lasers and searchlights literally everywhere. No problem though. 3 keys are ready. The next level introduces the barrel mechanic. The whole place is filled with traps. We need to progress forward with the barrel if we want to reach the exit and the next key. Technically, we have enough keys to make it to the next section of the hub, but there's still 1 level in the power source of the storm machine. We've got some barrels/treadmills that activate contraptions to help Sly. I actually tried to get all the clue bottles this time, so before exiting the place with the key, I check out what I can get from the vault. Inside, I find a page of the Thievius Raccoonus that teaches me a new dive attack move, and it's actually quite helpful. Alright, use the keys, destroy the generator, and check out the next section. Bentley has some bad news for us. The only way to reach Raleigh's blimp is to enter that cannon that requires all 7 keys. In the ship graveyard, we parkour on broken boats and try not to fall into the water. The vault here contains the best move in the game, the roll. Nice. 1 key left. This last level is very different from everything we did so far. It's a mini game actually. We control a submarine and need to destroy 40 chests in order to get the key. But the crabs try to steal them. If a crab manages to bring a chest back to a hole, it's game over. Alright, we're all set. Let's unlock this cannon. Sly reaches the storm machine and confronts the first member of the Fiendish Five. Raleigh is pissed, so he turns into a balloon and tries to squash us. Now, this boss fight is very classic. Run away when he's big, then hit him when he gets tired without falling into the water. Also, avoid the tongue at the end. That's it. Raleigh says we're no match against Muggshot, the next bad guy on the list, and we run with the pages of the Thievius Raccoonus that teaches us to jump like a ninja. Carmelita arrives too late for us, but just in time for Raleigh. Alright, next up, Mesa City, Utah. Muggshot was bullied when he was a kid, so he decided to become a gangster after seeing the Dogfather. Alright, intro level. Something's wrong. Mesa City is supposed to be loud and busy. This looks like a ghost town. We get to try the ninja spire jump right away and make our way towards the hub. We fight off guard dogs, card throwers, prisoners, and other tough guys, as well as avoid security lasers again. In the vault, we get slow motion. Not super useful, but it's fun. We get the key and make it to Muggshot's turf. To break into Muggshot's place, we'll need 3 keys again, so let's get to work. This first level features Murray. We need to use the turret to protect him as he's making a run for it. This is pretty straightforward. Just make sure not to shoot Murray and keep him safe until the end. Next step, the casino. Careful with the guards. The rest is pretty classic. I really like the roulettes. At the end, you have to land on the green 3 times to free the key. Oh, and in the vault, we get the jump dive. Alright, 3 keys already. Let's keep moving. The next level features Murray again, but this time we control him as he's driving the Cooper van. All we need to do is finish first after 3 times around the track. This is harder than it looks, and it took me a few tries to get it. You can collect nitro bottles on the floor for an extra boost, which is good for recovering after big turns. Alright, 4 keys. We free the car and let it crash into the building to open the way. In this next level, we're on the city roofs, and the key is right there, but we need to figure out a way to free it. We do a lot of climbing neon signs and beat up some gangsters. The vault rewards contain a list of the clues in Mesa City. Basically, I can locate the bottles I haven't found yet with my goggles. We reach a demolition crane, swing it around a couple times and get our hands on that key. After that, we're on the roofs again. But we have a guest, Inspector Fox. All we need to do to not get hit is to move. So yeah, we hurry towards the end as Carmelita destroys everything. The vault contains the coin magnet technique that automatically attracts coins around. That's actually really useful. Carmelita flies away on a Muggshot balloon, and we get the key. 1 more to go. The last level is pretty much a 2D platformer. We need to crouch to avoid getting caught, and in the vault, we get the explosive hat move. Great, we're ready for Muggshot. With the 7 keys, we unlock the secret elevator and get to the top to fight another member of the Fiendish Five. Just like Raleigh, he's pissed and wants to fight. Now this boss fight is hard. Hitting this dude with the cane is pointless. The strategy here is to turn every mirror in the room without getting shot by hiding behind this big light bulb. It's not easy. You have to be very careful because he shoots fast. We do it once, get to the 2nd floor, and do it again, with a different pattern. Then comes 3rd floor. Here we need to use the ninja spire jump. Again, get all the mirrors to face Muggshot, but don't let him shoot at them. It would turn them back. Phew, that was so much harder than the first boss. But we made it. Muggshot warns us about Miss Ruby and Haiti, and we learn the rail walk and the rail slide from the pages of the Thievius Raccoonus we stole back. Carmelita arrests Muggshot, and Mesa City is finally free from his tyranny. The next member of the Fiendish Five is the infamous voodoo priestess, Miss Ruby. She learned to raise the dead because she couldn't make friends. She turned to crime to punish those who feared her as a child, and used their powers to help the Fiendish Five. In this creepy marsh, the intro level freaks Bentley out. Not because of ghosts and paranormal activity, but because of mold and bacteria. Same Bentley. We get to try to slide right away and get ambushed by spiders and mosquitoes. We jump from branch to branch and get rid of the bog beasts we see. To enter Miss Ruby's lair, we'll need to destroy the candles to break the mojo force field. There are many enemies, but they're pretty oblivious. Miss Ruby is inside that skull temple. Now we need to find a way in. The music here is really fitting, but kinda got on my nerves after hearing the same loop so many times. We start with the lair of the beast. It starts out like the intro level with slides and bugs, but at some point, something wakes up under there, and it turns into a chase. The snake is quite fast and catches up to you quickly, so getting all the clues isn't super easy. There's no time for that. We manage to outrun it and get out with the 2nd key. According to Bentley, this next level is really haunted. But we have no choice. Basically, there will be gravestones everywhere, spawning ghosts until we destroy them. It's pretty easy to get overwhelmed. We do some more sneaking between security lasers and climb up towards more ghosts and the next key. We got enough keys to unleash the beasts and get to the second part of the hub. The plan is to use that voodoo egg beater to catapult ourselves into the temple. Simple. We move in the shadows made by the masks and enter the next level. Another voodoo sanctuary filled with enemies and security systems. There's also another section where we need to clear out the candles as we try to avoid the fireballs. The vault has the speed up move, the opposite of the slow motion one. Unfortunately, not only Sly is fast, but the rest is too. So it's fun, but it's not really useful. Not even in time attack because it makes the clock go faster too. Alright, that's 4 already. Up next we get the first scooter level. With Sly on the turret, we can only move and fire. We destroy everything in our path. Ghosts, fire turtle skeletons, tombstone, full on. It was fun, but a bit too short. Don't worry though, the next level takes forever. It's a minigame. Catch 50 chickens before the clock runs out. And don't get caught by the roosters with bombs to get the key. The chickens are slippery, and the roosters need to run into each other to stop chasing you. Oh, and you only get 1 minute and 30 seconds to catch 50 chickens. It was hardcore, but we managed. I'm glad it's over. The music and the sound effects were making me crazy. The last level takes us to Piranha Lake, where we'll need to light up all 25 tiki torches in 2 minutes to get the key. We have a scooter again, but this time it's equipped with a flamethrower that charges up with fish. Don't question it. 1 fish, 1 shot. It's the same music as in the chicken coop, so I was worried, but it's way easier and we get it first try. Alright, we're ready to enter the temple, so we destroy the voodoo machine and yeet ourselves in there. After a bit of trash talk, we get to it. Phase 1, avoid getting squashed. It's easy, just follow the beat of the music. Phase 2. Avoid mojo magic. To do so, we need to repeat what Ms. Ruby does. This is a full-on rhythm game. I'm delighted. It's very smooth too. We need to succeed through 3 sequences to reach the end of the dance and land the final blow. Ms. Ruby warns me about the Panda King, and we get our hands on the invisibility technique from the stolen pages of the Devious Raccoonus. As usual, Carmelita is here to arrest our enemy, and we're back at the hideout. Ready for the next adventure. The Panda King is a fireworks master, but didn't manage to impress the nobles, so he used the very same fireworks to destroy them. The intro level takes us at the base of the Kunlun Mountains in China. We'll have to climb if we want to reach the Panda King's lair. We witness a village getting wrecked with fireworks and take on some monkeys playing with snow. We tread carefully and avoid getting impaled with icicles before lining up some rockets ourselves to open the way. As we get closer to the entrance, security gets tighter, but we are very sneaky and get the key without anyone knowing. The vault contains a water safety technique, which means Sly won't take any damage when he falls into the water. We infiltrate the stronghold and figure out a way to get to the top of the statue. We're just going to need a few more keys first. We start by heading to the Flaming Temple of Flame. Great name, by the way. This is one of my favorite places of the game. It's a great mix of everything. Also, it looks cool. Reminds me of the Shadowpan Monastery in World of Warcraft. 2 World of Warcraft references in one video. Who would have thought? Anyway, it's a very fun and complete level. Good times. Thanks for the key. Next, we'll have to protect Murray with the turret again, but it's harder than in Mesa City. We haven't really got the chance to try the invisibility move we got from Ms. Ruby, but now's the time. Nothing can see Sly when he's invisible, and this next level is all about that. Just be patient, take your time, and if you try to rush it, it's going to backfire. And just like that, we're already at 4 keys. We have enough to reach part 2 of the hub, and the plan is to use all 7 keys to ride the fireworks towards the statue's head. A foolproof, perfectly safe plan if you ask me. It's time for another race with Murray and the Cooper van. Alright, this one is also harder than the Mesa City counterpart, and it's got icy patches too. But it's cake for Murray, and we get that 5th key in record time. The turret scooter is back too, and comes in handy to infiltrate the fireworks storage compound. Only 1 more key to go. What a nice surprise. Inspector Fox made it all the way to China to try to fry this raccoon. You know the drill, never stop moving. Another great level. This 4th chapter is definitely my favorite. With the rockets laying around, we managed to destroy the giant dragon statue and... Is she gonna be okay? Oh, right, the last key. Let's fly. The Panda King was waiting for me, and after the usual trash talk, he introduces me to his brand new fighting style, Flame Fu. This boss fight is a real letdown from this perfect 4th chapter. It's so unbelievably easy. It really made me go, that's it? Avoid fireballs, run up to him and hit him, as he's just throwing out weak kicks and punches. As the Panda King lays there defeated, Bentley calls me to say that he figured out where the last member of the Fiendish Five was hiding, Krakara Volcano in Russia. The pages we retrieved from the Panda King were blueprints of machines and tech stuff that Bentley can use to modify the Cooper van. As usual, we get to see Carmelita arrest the bad guy before we get ready for the final chapter. In every picture from the Thievius Raccoonus that we got back, we can see a shadowy old figure. Could it be the final member of the Fiendish Five, Clockwerk, or just a coincidence? It starts right away with Sly on the brand new van's turret. Murray is driving, and we're shooting. We'll have to clear a path for the van by getting rid of obstacles like mines, robo-falcons, and falling rocks. Next up, we need to open up the security door of the cavern, and now we're driving and not shooting. All we need to do is run over 60 computers before the fire slugs do. We can also use the battering ram to kick anyone who tries to keep us from those computers. It's pretty easy, and we succeeded first try. Next up, Clockwerk's Death Ray Tower. Carmelita is trapped in here. Bentley doesn't care, but Sly insists to rescue her. We navigate through the dangerous rooms and get ourselves a barrel. With it, and a good deal of patience, we're able to reach Carmelita's prison. She thinks we're the one who captured her, but Sly explains the situation at hand. Of course, it was a trap. As the room starts filling with toxic gas, Clockwerk appears to claim victory. But Bentley is here to save the day with some serious hacking action. This hacking minigame works like a turret scooter with a top-down view. Destroy the green blocks, catch the yellow ones, and avoid getting hit by the defense mechanisms. Thanks to Bentley's skills, Sly and Inspector Fox are safe, and now it's time for them to get out of there. Carmelita is wondering why Sly is helping her, and Sly says there aren't enemies. The homicidal robotic oil that built this death ray and nearly gassed them to death is the real problem. She agrees to help, but Sly's cane gets stolen by Robo-Falcon and lands on top of the death ray. Carmelita stashed her jetpack there and says she will cover him as he goes to get it back. Also, she says this truce is temporary, and she'll give Sly a 10-second head start to run away once all of this is over. Okay, so here, I'm actually controlling Carmelita and covering Sly as he makes his way towards his cane and the jetpack. It's just like the Murray levels, no problem.
Nice job, Raccoon.
Up there, we see the jetpack, so we hurry to get it as the lava level goes up. We have to hurry, but still make sure we don't get electrocuted by those force fields. We climb like we never climbed before, and finally reach the top of the death ray to grab Carmelita's jetpack. Time for the final boss fight.
Sly Cooper, you have escaped my gas chamber and destroyed my death ray. Remarkable. You Coopers always find a way to beat me.
Always? So that was you in the background of all those old pictures in the Thievius Raccoons. How old are you?
Perfection has no age.
What? You're immortal?
Revenge is the prime ingredient in the fountain of youth. I've kept myself alive for hundreds of years with a steady diet of jealousy and hate, awaiting the day when I would finally eclipse your family's thieving reputation.
We fly around with the jetpack, avoiding projectiles and shooting the weak points. Our foe falls into lava, but that's one tough owl. Clockwerk reveals his plan and why he decided to keep Sly alive. It was to prove the world that without their precious book, the Cooper line was nothing. But Sly answers that the Thievius Raccoonus doesn't create great thieves, but it takes great thieves to create the Thievius Raccoonus.
Enough, Sly Cooper.
Phase 2. The metal owl sends out electric hoops now. We just need to get inside to avoid getting hit and keep shooting the weak points. It's time for a second dip in the lava, and as Clockwerk struggles to get out this time, we continue on foot for some reason and run for the head. We bash his face and won't even let him finish his speech.
Clockwerk is...
It took some tricky maneuvering, but I managed to snatch that last piece of the Thievius Raccoonus from Clockwerk's claw. I had taken down each member of the Fiendish Five: Raleigh, Muggshot, Ms. Ruby, the Panda King, and finally Clockwerk. I'd beaten them all one by one and reclaimed my birthright. Of course, there was no way I could have gotten here without the help of my pals. I know this hasn't been easy for them, yet they stuck with me through it all. Murray, boy, it took a lot of guts for him to get out in the field with me. I know he was scared, but he's got more heart than anyone I've ever known. And thank goodness for Bentley. Without his expertise, I'd have never found my way off that rooftop in Paris. A guy couldn't ask for a better gang of friends. Who could ever forget the lovely Carmelita? Looks like we're not going to be friends anymore. Now that Clockwerk's death ray is out of commission, we're back to playing cops and robbers. I thought for sure she was gonna slap the handcuffs on me right then and there. But instead, she was true to her word and gave me that 10-second head start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I felt bad leaving her stranded on that giant rock, but I knew it wouldn't be long before we'd see each other again.
Credits roll, and of course, we get a post-credit scene. Back in the hideout, Bentley says we need to go back and get all the vaults we missed to 100% the Thievius Raccoonus. Also, for some reason, we get to see an anime version of the intro. I decided to try out the time attack mode in the intro level of Mesa City. For each Master Thief Sprint Award, we can replay the level and hear the developer's commentary.
Yeah, originally it was a huge junkyard that you were navigating through.
I did that for a while and got to 100%, but it's not relevant in this video. But you get to see a behind the scenes movie if you do so. There are also many fun challenges available if you're interested in trophy hunting. Alright, that's it for Sly 1. I had a blast, honestly. Great game, even after more than 20 years. The lore and all the pieces of the puzzle will be more consequent in the next games, but it sets up the whole series nicely. The controls feel nice and smooth, no complaint on that. I really enjoyed the Sly gameplay, as well as the variety of minigames. Yeah, all excepted one, I guess. The different areas and countries kept me wondering where we were going next, and the characters were decently charismatic. I also want to point out that the whole OST is a banger. I was jamming the whole time. Yeah, except one. It's a very entertaining game, a bit short. The whole thing takes less than 10 hours to 100%, but hey, we got 2 other games, so I'm not going to complain. It got me excited to play 2 and 3 actually, so let me know if you'd be interested in a series. Thanks for watching, I appreciate the support. Don't hesitate to hit like and subscribe for more, it really does help me. Of course, let me know in the comments what you thought about the game or this video. I really enjoy reading all of those. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Am I boring you?